internet, and welcome back to Starfield. Last episode we destroyed a terramorph, and now we gotta tell our Vanguard captain all about it. So we're back in New Atlantis.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
Obviously they all got dead by terramorphs. Things didn't go as advertised. Only one alive was a researcher who gave me a sample and a gene tag.
A gene tag? Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War and was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
Xeno warfare doesn't sound good.
I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request is anything other than genuine. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
Oh, can I not do the other ones? Oh man. She's afraid that there could be more attacks like the one that wiped out the people of Tau City.
She thinks there could be more of these?
This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out. I'll handle things with the brass. You just make sure that sample gets to Mars.
Anything else you can tell me about Hadrian Sanon?
Only what's in the database. She ran the UC Xeno Warfare Group until she was dismissed at the end of the Colony War, when they banned the practice. The type of person who, if they hand you a strange sample of alien tissue, you do exactly what they ask, preferably with gloves on. There was also a pretty infamous Admiral Sanon, known as Victus, that was executed after the Colony War. Not sure if there's any relation, though. That section of the database is above my pay grade.
Can you tell me more about this United Colonies System Defense Group? So do I have to do one or the other, or can I do one and then the other one?
You can just call them SysDef. Everyone else does. They're the division responsible for combating the Crimson Fleet, fighting pirates. It's not a small job, keeping the galaxy's mercantile class safe from death and dismemberment, so they're constantly undermanned. They work out of the ship, the UC Vigilance, though the support request was a little vague on what your actual duties would be if you decided you wanted to lend a hand.
Name Percival Walker mean anything to you?
It doesn't. But if that's who that sample is destined for, my bet he's former UC Xeno warfare, just like Hadrian.
We had constellation business to discuss.
Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
Oh, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it, before you try to convince her to join the Marines.
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system. Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
If he's on patrol, he could be putting our item at risk.
What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Anything you can tell me about Sidonia?
Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like.
Did you say where he found the ornament?
You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that.
A bar in a spaceport. Sounds like home.
It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. Good luck out there, Vanguard.
Okay, so that's the other one that he gave me. So maybe I can do both? Hopefully.
Lifting off now. Hell of a view from here.
We are off to Mars.
Let's put this bird on the ground.
Am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Thanks, Vasco.
I'll try not to be a backseat driver.
Oh, can I not drive down there? I don't think she's gonna fit.
On the hall.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
If there are no other surprises, mid 5 figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
Going to have to lug cargo across half the universe to pay for this cleaning.
Okay.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red road?
Is a good place to connect
We
with
were
others,
told there were
or
jobs.
fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
Look, I get it. But we just filled our last openings. I think we have a couple contracts ending at the end of next month. It's possible they may not extend it.
This is bullshit. I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist then.
Hey, I get it. But there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate if you want.
I thought
Sorry,
it was just a couple of
but I have to
nests.
get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. Screw this.
I know you were counting on that.
42 hours without incident.
Always nice to kick back at the Broken Spear after a long day.
I bet it is.
You got the look of a miner about you. Maybe when the new contract's finally
Look
open
at this
up, we'll
place.
give it a go.
I can't imagine being
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
down here,
Name's
choking
Trevor,
on the fumes
mining
and the
director
dust.
for the Deimos mining
No
project
trees,
here
no
in scenic
grass.
underground Sidonia.
It's
I could spare a minute or two to chat. So long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So you must be the boss around here?
Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough.
What's with the Glaxon and that detonation announcement I heard?
Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh?
Fracking with subterranean particle detonations. What's that?
Basically, it's high-tech mining. We use immensely powerful controlled particle detonations deep underground to loosen up subterranean gases and other difficult-to-gather resources so we can harvest them. Sounds way more dangerous than it is. Probably. Actually, it's still pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Huh. No worries if that's all it is.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I can totally see how it'd be odd if you're not used to it. Just sit down or be sure you're within reach of something to hold on to if the quaking makes you uneasy, and you'll be fine.
Is he like Australian? How goes the mining operation here on Mars?
Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere.
I used to do mining work for Argos. I was hoping you'd have work, but it doesn't sound like
Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job, off the books.
Depends on what it is, but let's hear what you've got.
Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas, and we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though.
Sure, tell me the plan.
Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first.
Why not just hire more miners?
Yeah, don't you think I want to? Corporate sets the contracts and they're not giving out anymore, so we work with what we've got. Something to do with insurance, benefits, and other liabilities, so I don't make the rules.
Okay, sounds easy.
When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Hey, you looking for anything in particular?
Trade Authority.
Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out.
I hear the Trade Authority sometimes deals in illicit goods. Oh. What's the strangest thing you've seen come through here?
Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still alive. He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. Good size, too. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did, and I had to process the sale and store the thing. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even weirder, someone came in and bought it like right away. The hell's that about, right?
That sounds like they were smuggling stuff. Can you tell me more about the Trade Authority?
Oh man, I'm still new here, so I don't know how qualified I am to answer that. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Everyone, Free Stars, UC, even Varun uses us in some capacity. Because I guess we're all about free trade for all. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson Fleet, right? They pay my salary, so as far as I'm concerned, they're all right in my book.
I hear the Trade Authority sometimes deals in illicit goods. Is that true?
Man, sorry, I can't really say that. Really, they told me not to say anything like that because rumors, you know? All I know is that we're running a business here, and I was told to take in all trades and sell whatever we've got. And listen, I'm not gonna worry about anything other than that.
What do you got? You got ammo?
Cool. That's what we do here.
I need all the ammo.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
I was told a man named Walker works here. No, I'm gonna go with Captain Cheetah Vanguard. I need Percival Walker's help investigating a troubling discovery.
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time. A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
What sort of discipline issue are we talking here?
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
You don't sound particularly interested in finding him.
That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely necessary that we have to help them?
How much does he owe?
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
I'm not your bill collector. I just need to know how to find him.
I couldn't have put that better myself.
Pity.
Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
I can't pay his debt because I just blew all my money on ammo.
Take your time. Ask me.
Lower levels, I guess. I guess we're going down here. There's a big pile of rocks. Whee!
I can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore.
Oh, I've got to like mine, don't I? Cutter.
Whoa, whoa! What the hell are you firing at?
Nothing? I don't know how much I have to mine. Mars has such low gravity. It's amazing! Oh, 5 out of 10. Nice! So dark down here. That's 10, right?
Okay, that ore you mined is really gonna bolster our numbers.
I only gave you 10. I dropped off the ore.
Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval.
Wouldn't it just be easier to ask him to approve it?
You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all.
Okay, I'll take the job.
Hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else.
Oh, there's always a catch.
Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
Hey, mining's a hard job.
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
Where does that go?
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Huh. Devils. What are you talking about?
The hell are you from? The Red Devils? Best fighters since the Spartans. This is our bar, so folks like you can go drink at the Spear.
Easy now. I'm a vanguard. Heard you might know where Percival Walk is.
Doc Walker? Well, you're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard captain wants with Walker? Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him?
I'm making a delivery for Adrian Sanon.
Hadrian? A woman named Hadrian sent you, a member of the Vanguard, to find Percival? Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right, Captain. If you are who you say, Supra et Ultra. Vanguard motto. What's it mean? Should have gotten that during your oath.
Twinkle twinkle little star. It's above and beyond, isn't it?
I see. And tell me, what grade was it you got on your entrance exam? A? C? D+?
Yeah, the Vanguard entrance exam isn't graded like that.
That is right. All right, Captain. Maybe you are who you say you are. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend.
You and Percival were both Red Devils. Can you tell me about them?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xenoweapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with xenoweapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory.
You worked with xenoweapons?
Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it, before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. Can understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement.
And how would you suggest I go about clearing Percival's name?
Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these.
Oh, thanks, my dude. I'll see if I can get rid of the debt.
And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you may be Hadrian's friend. Come here.
What?
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker?
Why? Do you know where I can find him?
Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right?
I'm going to try to.
Oh, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
I presume there's a reason you haven't handed over already?
Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
What are spaces?
A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what they've decided is theirs, even when it ain't. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the Authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there. It cut off what they thought was the competition, you know?
What happened to the jobs on Mars?
Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star Yards. After the Colony War, Armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here.
Fine, just tell me where the mine is.
Yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far, shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Okay, so I murder all the spacers or commit B&E. I feel like murdering people is a worse charge than B&E.
If you're gonna use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean. I hate filing litter reports.
Yes, sir. Oh, there you are, Sarah. What is that? Base on Mars. Huh. On July 25th, 1976, the Viking 1 orbiter spacecraft took its first photos of the Sidonian region of Mars. Among them was an image of what appeared to be a humanoid face on the surface of Mars. The image inspired the imaginations of millions, cementing humanity's passion for space exploration and once again begging the question, are we alone out there? Later photography would reveal that the face was no more than a mountain, shadows, and perhaps humanity's greatest case of pareidolia, a tendency to perceive specific, meaningful imagery in an otherwise ambiguous or random visual pattern. Nevertheless, the legend of the face on Mars remains an important inspiration for many to this day. Wasn't there like there was like a face on Mars though as well, wasn't there? Like in real life? Like satellite imagery took a picture of it? I'm sure, it sounds familiar.
My parents always thought it was too dangerous, and I really feel like I missed out.
Well, this is where they live.
Oh, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear.
Nice hat, dude.
I could use a night out.
Wow, it's like a jail. Okay, I think I'm just gonna break in.
Don't want to catch yourself with a loose grip on your equipment when one of those particle detonations goes off.
Hey there.
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability. Got cold beers and good atmosphere. Not much more you could ask for.
To cheer you up.
That sounds great.
You
don't have to ask me twice.
I heard about something called the Red Devils. Know anything about them?
Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago, and I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday.
Sorry, Tia. I'll bring it up again at the next meeting.
Any local rumors?
Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust.
Well, you know office space is limited.
I can respect that.
You don't guess. You know that. And you better know it if you want to keep drinking in my bar.
What's good to drink around here?
Everything. I make it a point not to sell crap. We got beer, wine, and spirits. We don't do too many fancy mixed drinks, at least not the kind you get in Neon or New Atlantis. It's my belief that the only booze worth drinking doesn't need to be mixed with something else to taste good.
Well, that is true. I'm looking for a vanguard named Mora.
He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea.
Wait, the blackest sea?
You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. I'm not about to leave a brave soldier behind. Help us find him.
You in the service? I know the feeling, but, you just get so used to losing people. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
2,500 credits. I don't have it. I spent all my money on ammo. Yeah, he could need help. You shouldn't put a price on that.
Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You're gonna guilt trip me?
I want you to imagine him out there alone, and here you are holding out for cash.
Don't try to guilt trip me, okay?
Oh, that didn't work. Isn't he your friend? Don't you want us to go look for him?
Of course I do. It's just... Alright, I give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Singing songs. All that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Hey.
Okay.
There's always something to do around here. Mars isn't forever.
Are you gonna get mad if I walk behind here? No? Sweet. Uh-huh.
It's hard not to worry when your spouse is the one doing all the hard work down in the mines.
Yeah, I know, dude. Are you gonna get mad at me if I go in here? No? That goes downstairs. Guess we're going downstairs.
I see you've done that before.
Can I steal the stuff in here? Maybe I can't. Oh, but they've got ammo. Flynn Charles. Open orders, none. Recent orders. Antiseptic. Surgical instrument. End of orders. Paid in full. Awaiting for delivery. Percival Walker. Wow, he owes 21,000. To override the current account, credits owed field, select the preferred amount from the list below. Can I do 1 credit? Now he owes 1. That's cool. Are they gonna suspect me? Move, Sarah! Announcements. Reminder, security training. This is a reminder to all employees that security training is mandatory and must be completed by the end of the month. Quarterly update. As you should all be aware, our quarterly meeting is fast approaching. Attendance is not mandatory, but secure connections are required. We encourage anyone who wishes to join to contact IT to confirm their setup is secure. Press inquiries. We know the press has recently reached out to several members of our staff. Should you be contacted, please reach out to a public relations representative before responding in order to avoid any unforeseen repercussions. Can I take these? Like, there's no one here. How about I save?
office of Governor Hurst would like to remind all Sidonia citizens to do their part to keep Sidonia clean.
Great. I'm traveling with a criminal.
I need credit, Sarah. And ammo. Now, in my inventory, does that all show up as stolen? Oh, it does. So I could get flagged. At a spaceport, maybe? Maybe I can sell it to the trade authority.
Yes. What?
This life ain't easy, but it pays the bills.
Caution. Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors.
Unforeseen tremors.
In 5, 4,
Just because
3,
the governor's office is
2,
right out there on the main
1.
level doesn't mean it's not secure.
I thought I would do like a
Particle
little
detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
shakies.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
I've got red eyes too. You don't belong, Sarah. I hacked the Trade Authority terminal. I'll take those credits now.
Not something you want to say too loud now, but good work. Here, go dig our man out of his pit.
Wait. You just gave me 500 credits? Okay. I made 499 credits.
Was there something else?
I want to pay off Percival's debt.
Do you now? Very well. Let me take a look at his... that's not the number I remember. Headquarters must have felt sorry for the old man. Here, his current balance. I expect this won't be a great hardship for you.
Nope. There you go.
Then I suppose that's that then. Dr. Walker's debt is officially no longer a problem. You have my thanks. Oh, and if you do find him, please let Percival know I'm eagerly looking forward to never working with him again.
Okay.
All citizens are welcome and encouraged to make use of the Sidonia
How's it going?
Community Center
Can I help
on
you?
the mid-level for
We
activities
got lots
of
of
all
stuff.
sorts.
Just ask. Sounds like a plan. I can also take stuff off your hands too, if that's something you're interested
Yes, I am very much interested in that. Oh no.
in. Yeah, let's get you hooked up.
Okay, can I sell this? It's a really good gun. Oh, so's that. Everything's so much better. How about I hold on to this until I leave the planet? Gotta go back and see him?
Yeah?
I took care of Percival's debt with the trade authority.
It's done, eh? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Good you're going in there, actually. Bunch of spacers moved in, not long after we got Percival set up. Don't expect he'd run out before they got taken care of, but I'm sure he'll appreciate not having to find out if I left him with enough rations. Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
So we gotta kill spacers anyway.
Fancy a try?
I do, Sarah, I do. Whoops. Whoops. I guess we have to go around this way. Whoa. Still better than walking. Extreme solar radiation? Wow, this has guns on it too?
Was that you?
Is this kind of cheesing it? Are you all dead? He's level 48! I guess I do have that mod on. I need better guns.
The ear's ringing bad. Guess they ran away.
Where's the... Wait. I don't think I favorited my guns yet.
It's absolutely freezing here. Oh, I do not recommend extended exposure without our suits.
Is he dead?
You have no idea what you're up against.
He's not dead.
Say goodbye. Get here! Anything! Get him!
Like that gun. Ooh.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear.
It'd be cool if the buggy had like storage. I didn't mean to press that. I wanted that. Oh, look at all the ammo in here.
To Venus?
Let's trade
If
gear.
you have any gear you want me to haul, I'm happy to help. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Man, I didn't have to buy ammo at all. I could have just come here.
These access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface.
Needle pack. Wait, what?
end you!
Too much fire!
You know, Sarah acts like she's like upper class, and then she says something like, "I'm gonna end you."
Let's do this! Hey, that's not fair! Aha!
Time to die!
Is there any more? Hello, I'm here. Yep, there's more.
You're shot!
Cut pins. Can I use my cutter? That's cool. Okay, that one was a little bit harder.
That last click is so satisfying, isn't it?
Sure is.
You picked the wrong day to piss me off!
Wow.
Let's try!
Light him up! Ha! You're a damn jerk! I'm going to end you!
There's got some trash talk.
All that junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
Eh, it's not that bad. Oh, there he is. The only bad thing is I've got to remember where I killed them all so I can loot the bodies.
I'm gonna find you!
we have to go
This
down
must
there.
lead to the miners' living quarters. I can't imagine having to live almost every waking moment underground.
I know. You'll turn into like a vampire. Wow, there's more people?
You're next!
Whoa.
Have anything valuable?
Yes. They're a little bit slobby, aren't they? There are more. Who are you?
Get some cover! Now, you!
Oh, last mistake you'll make. This is how to...
How many people are down here? Can I not mind that?
Carrying enough clutter there, or should we find some more?
Always loot, Sarah. Always loot.
There's still quite quite a bit of mineral wealth down here. Thought time to survey the area for more.
I don't know if I like this gun.
You messing with me? No, we're starting over.
Let's do this.
Push forward! Oh, torpedo!
This is gonna end badly for you.
Sarah just shot him up Main Street. Are there still more people? Wow! You got like a flamethrower?
Come on! Don't leave any of that behind.
No, I won't.
My word. I can't imagine how an engineer could make heads or tails of this chaotic collection of drilling machinery.
Ah, that's a
Well,
long way down.
this explains why the miners ceased drilling. Someone must have missed this natural cavern on the geological survey. Shame. I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Quite, Sarah, quite.
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the Trade Authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
I'm here to make a delivery for an old colleague of yours, Adrian Sannon.
Adrian sent you? She's... Did she look okay?
No, she did not. If you consider getting gored by a terramorph and living as okay, then yeah.
A terramorph? She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way?
Terramorph cell from a world too young to have one.
Adrian said that, huh? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
We're not gonna leave? No.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Managed to negotiate it down to something more reasonable. Good to see someone give the Trade Authority a bit of their own medicine. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all on a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
So Hadrian wasn't mistaken. That sample's a concern.
She was disconcertingly correct. Trying little habit of Hadrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least.
Sample's not fake. I collected from the Terramorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
Hadrian mentioned it. Sounds like quite the tragedy.
It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, That's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Orders are to take you and that analysis to Hadrian. She should be waiting at the 6th circle. So you said the Londonian attack was massive, right? Why is one odd Terramorph so scary?
Because until now, the Terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here. The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Oh, where's the lift? Wait, where's my buggy? Man, do we have to run back? Well, I'm probably gonna leave today's episode there. I'll run back to Mars. I think I might sell all my stuff. And then we'll go meet Hadrian next episode. Please like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next episode.